mga malls, mga cinemas, and so on, shopping centers. Hindi yan, babawalan sila kasi that will not achieve the objectives of the declaration of the President. So, hindi katakataka na ang department ng DILG, mga local governments at saka ang police, binabantayan nila itong mga places na crowded, posibilidad na pupunta yung mga bata para ipagbawal. At saka ang usapan, Presidente mismo nagsabi na ang mga bata, samantalang walang klase, mag-aaral sila kasi magkaroon sila ng examinations Mag-aaral sila sa bahay nila, kasama yung parents o wala, si Lola, si Wowa, si Yaya, o ang mga teachers na iba na nagvo-volunteer, natutulong sa mga bata. May mga schools naman na kayang-kaya nilang communicate with their pupils through the internet, gagawin nila yon. Ang private sector, dahil sila ay may autonomy sa mag-isip ng kung anong paraan para ma-achieve din ang goals. Kasi ang purpose nito is i-balance natin ang safety ng learners, ang containment ng COVID-19, and at the same time, hindi natin i-disrupt ang buhay ng mga bata sa kanilang learning process. So, yun ang mangyayari. Pinag-usapan din namin kahapon yung matter of graduation. Alam naman natin lahat sa ating memory, ang graduation ay hindi lamang important na milestone para sa mga graduates. Ay yung minsan nga, ang mga graduates, reluctant sila kasi natatamad silang magbihis and so on. Pero ito ay very important event sa mga nanay, sa mga tatay, sa lola, sa ninang, sa yaya, sa kamag-anak na gustong makita, lalo na ang parents, makita yung mga anak nilang aakyat sa entablado. Ang aming desisyon ay ngayon pinag-uusapan sa loob. Mayroon kaming at least 1 week na pipilian ng mga eskwelahan kung anong date. Depende sa level of readiness nila. Pero ang aming guideline is the school, kung kaya nilang i-implement strictly ang DOH guidelines sa health, di magpatuloy sila ng graduation. At saka gagawa sila ng lahat na paraan para makukontain ang size ng crowds. Kasi ang sabi ni DOH, iko-control yung mass gatherings. Halimbawa, kung maliit ang eskwelahan, magsabi sila o malaki ba, sasabihin nila na ang isang graduating student is entitled only maybe 1 parent or 2 of the mother and father o kung sino man, ganyan lang entitlement nila. Depende. At saka kung malaki ang school, kasi may mga schools na libo-libo ang mag-graduate, again, batches. Ako naniniwala na, kasi nakakita na ako ng napakaraming graduation, kayang-kayang i-manage ng mga eskwelahan ang graduation rights. Dahil focused kasi ito, hindi naman pinag-uusapan dito ang buong bansa, kundi isang eskwelahan, kaya nilang i-manage. Ang bottom line lang namin, strictly implement the guidelines of the DOH. So kung sa palagay nila, dapat 1 parent lang o si Lola lang kasi importante talaga si Lola, hindi mo madideprive sa kanyang kaligayahan si Lola o si Yaya lang, o kailangan ang school niyan ang mag-decide because we trust the schools, we trust the parents, and we trust in their capacity to assess kung kaya ba nilang i-implement ang mga guidelines ng DOH which are publicly known. Hindi ako worried dahil ang mga bata ngayon, tinuturuan, bahagi, may COVID o wala, alam na nila ang mga health protocols. Kung pupunta ka sa average na public school, nakahalera yung mga gripo dyan sa outside the school. Kasi yung mga bata, may sabon doon, ng mga bata, tinuturuan bago pumasok sa eskwelahan, sa classroom, ay kailangan naka-wash na sila ng hands nila. Paglabas nila, kailangan mag-wash ng hands. Bago kumain, kasi may baon and all that. At saka sa social distancing, ngayon ito na naman ang tinuturo. Dahil ang mga bata, alam naman natin, lalo na Pilipino mga bata, very affectionate. palaging nakayakap kay mami at kay daddy, palaging halik ng halik kay lola at saka kay lolo o kay yaya. So tinuturuan naman, ito lang ang bagong aspeto, no? Itong social distancing para sa mga bata na imbes na kung yapos ng yapos o halik ng halik, ay pwede sigurong ganun na lang o mano na lang, etc. Na which is very Asian also. So yun lang ang bagong aspeto ng ating pagtuturo sa mga bata. Pero yung general standards are already in place. So far, ito yung aming mga desisyon. At nandito ang aming mga regional directors, assistant regional directors, lahat buong bansa. The leadership of Deped is here, so we can clarify all the concerns that have been expressed. Thank you.
Ma'am, dun sa graduation, and if we're going to follow social distancing na dapat 1 meter up. So kahit na by batches, may distansya din.
Yes,
kunyari,
yes.
Kasi di ba umuupo yung mga graduates. So,
Yes. This is why nasa school yan kasi hindi naman namin isa-isang manage at magbigay ng instruction sa kanila. Sila ang mag-manage diyan. This is why ang sinabi ko nga na the schools have to show the capacity to comply with DOH requirements. Kasi kung malaki ang auditorium, etc., magawa naman yung social distancing. Tapos kung marami yung estudyante, kailangan i-divide into batches. This is why we have 1 entire week para sa kung gusto nilang schedule yung graduation rites. Oo. At saka yung number, ang kwan dyan i-control yung outsiders din. Oo. Kailangan din na sila ang mag-decide 1 or 2 guests or no guests at all dahil sobrang dami na nila. Simple or non-simple, more complex, more ritualistic, sila ang mag-decide. And I trust the schools, I trust the parents who, of course, the parents are very excited, but they also want to keep the children safe.
Ma'am, yung directives niyo po, are private schools compelled to follow? Because some private schools have already announced that they will base the final grade of students on the first 3 grading periods, or some are conducting online classes na lang, or yung may kanya-kanya po silang...
Insofar as the private schools are concerned, mas malaki yung autonomy nila. Kasi some of them will be holding graduation classes earlier. Ang punto lang, they have to inform us kasi lahat ng bata naka-register naman, yung schools nila, etc. Pero ang private schools kasi, yung attention nila nakafocus sa school nila. Ang Deped nakafocus sa buong bansa. We think of 27 million, ang private schools think perhaps of 500, 300, 1,000 kids. So, mas may flexibility sila. At saka, mayroong iba nga, I know a particular school na interesadong COVID testing, yung on a sampling basis, yung kanilang mga estudyante. So, they're free to engage in whatever. Pero, alam naman nila, kayang-kaya nila kayang-kaya nilang ma-manage yung schools nila. And their enrollment tends to be, of course, smaller than that of the public schools. Kaya we give them that kind of autonomy.
Ma'am, about online classes?
Yes. Online classes, that's all right with us. As a matter of fact, mamayang hapon, i-illustrate ng aming aming USEC for administration yung paggamit ng online learning, online resources. Very interesting. Alam mo, how many of you have been to Abra?
I think I have.
Abra is not the easiest place to visit dahil wala ka namang direct plane. Pumunta ako sa isang classroom, tinuturuan muna, train muna yung teacher sa paggamit ng ICT. Pagkatapos yung teacher naman tinuruan yung mga bata. And I for myself saw how the children were taught. So where it is possible, kung anong mga innovations na pwedeng magagawa, we will allow it. Ang ano lang namin, importante lang sa amin, alam namin dahil kasi para ma-input yan lahat. Bakit natin pipigilan yung the ones who want to use technology? Kasi in other countries, I know a very huge country na affected sila, pero hindi na-discarrel yung kanilang education system dahil because of the use of technology. UP Diliman is using it for the college students, of course. Nakakatuwa. At saka, if I may share, kasi lolang-lola talaga, ang maganda doon sa tinuturoan sila, kumakanta sila. Halimbawa, yung paglabas ng mga computer, ng mga tablets, kumakanta sila samantalang nagdi-distribute ng tablet, nagsiset up ng tablets, kinakanta nila yung directions, hindi yung class, ganito ang gawin ninyo, kinakanta nila at saka nagsasagutan. Kaya enjoy na enjoy sila at saka nag-interact sa teacher. Now that is in Abra. And I'm sure it's done also in many schools. But we cannot say also that we are doing it in all schools. You have schools like I've already mentioned them very often, Batangas, Taguig, Makati, and many other urban centers to already use technology. Kung magamit nila, edi gamitin nila.
Ma'am, kasi, sorry, I was able to talk to a mom, sabi niya, ayaw niya kasi ang iniisip nila, it's dagdag gastos for them. Plus, yung access po ng students to the gadgets and to the internet, paano po yun?
Kaya nga, yung sinasabi ko, it's not possible in all places. Kasi ang ano diyan is internet, no? At saka yung connectivity. So, mangyari lang sa places na may connectivity. Pero, our technical people are thinking of ways na maski walang connectivity, pwedeng magawa, and so on. Naghahanap palagi sila ng mga paraan, no? But at this time, it's the usual thing, examination, ay kung pwedeng to use technology, why not? This afternoon nga, ipapakita sa ibang regional directors because I saw it for myself in Abra, which is not the nearest province to the urban center of NCR.
Sir, yung pag-usapan na rin po ba, just in case lang, i-extend ni President Duterte yung extension ng cancellation of classes, kasi di po ba nakaschedule yung fourth quarter examination next week? Ano na po yung magiging gagawin din ng Deped?
Kahapon during our meeting, nag-workout kami ng Plan B. I see Yusek Nepo can help explain what the Plan B is all about. Yung may mga scenarios kami. Ang assumption namin that things will be manageable at this time. Pero kung may mangyayari pa, anong gagawin namin? Pero without, again, I would like to emphasize, no mass passing, no automatic, no mass promotion, because that is not the policy of the Duterte administration.
So just in case kung magtuloy-tuloy na po yung cancellation of classes, would you also recommend na maging online na rin yung grading exam?
Yes.
Ang problema lang dun sa sinabing online, that's where it is feasible, yung nabanggit nga ni Secretary.
Kung makayanan.
Oo. But nagkaroon kasi kami ng assessment at the executive committee level. Nagkataon kasi at mabuti nga na ganito yung nangyari na halos patapos na talaga ang school year. Kahit tingnan ninyo yung school calendar namin, talagang nakaschedule under the school calendar yung finals, the fourth quarter exam of the grade 6 and grade 12 tomorrow and Friday. And for yung mga all other grades ay doon naman sa next week. So, ang directive natin sa habang wala silang klase hanggang sa Friday, itong NCR ay yung mga guro ay magbigay na ng pointers for exam at saka mag-schedule na sila ng exams nila, nabanggit ni Secretary, on a staggered basis. Ang ibig sabihin, kahit yung iba'y sa Lunes, sa Martes, sa Miyerkules, para consistent pa rin tayo dun sa social distancing measures na gagawin. Ngayon, kung meron talaga na yung nabanggit mo na i-extend pa ng Pangulo or kung may mangyari na mag-escalate itong community transmission, kung sakali man, at inungkahi ng Department of Health na hindi lamang ang pagka halimbawa nag-code level, yung code red level 2 na sinasabi, na hindi lamang actually mga paaralan, kung hindi even workplaces will have to be suspended. Sa tingin namin, dahil nga nasa yugto na kami ng school year, ay may sapat na batayan para bigyan ng grado dun sa fourth quarter, even in the absence of final test. At yun ang pinag-usapan ngayon, paano yung transmutation na grading na gagawin. But that is only in extreme cases. Kasi outside of NCR, next week, magkakaroon na ng examination. So, we hope that that will only be under extreme situations that will happen. So we're still hoping that the tests will be done, but we have already outlined our yung sabi ni Secretary na Plan B kung sakaling nila mangyari. What we are saying now is yung mga usapin ng mag-postpone ba, magka-cancel, magsususpend. This is already a moot issue insofar as the Department of Education is concerned. It is not anymore a debate that has to be done because we have already made the decision and made for given the protocol, the guidelines in all situations that will happen, including up to the graduation of the students.
Sir, bali yung exams for the graduating classes outside Metro Manila na wala naman
Tomorrow.
Tuloy po this week yun. Tomorrow.
Yes.
Tapos for Metro Manila schools affected by the suspension.
Next week.
I-announce na lang po nila.
Dapat na-announce na nila in this, yung on staggered basis. At yan ay ginagawa na ng mga eskwelahan. Ngayon, kung sakaling hindi magagawa yung exam na yan, pinag-uusapan din doon, mayroon pa bang ability to administer the final test, not in the context of either online and so on. But kung under extreme situation na hindi na magawa, dahil nasa point tayo na halos tapos na talaga, yun lang fourth quarter exam, then we will, there is a basis to rate the students on what is already available, the performance. May tatlong batayan yan, meron nung written at saka yung performance at saka itong fourth quarter. Ang nakalagay sa rating yan ay 20% will be based on that. But kung force majeure tayo because of the circumstances, iba ito kung sa halimbawa kalaghatian pa ng taon na biglang yun ang grade na yun, yun ang parang mass promotion situation. So kung after the evaluation ng grades hindi talaga papasa yung bata, unfortunately hindi papasa yung bata based on the performance of the student, and may remedial measures naman dyan. At syempre, kailangan pag-usapan din yan, yung circumstance of providing the remedial measures during summer kung mag-escalate ito. And these are very contingent situations. And our hope is that with the precautions that are being observed, hopefully not just by the public school system, but the entire community ay ma-mitigate, ma-slow, mapigilan itong pag-escalate itong COVID into a sustained community transmission. Yun yung iniwasan from an interagency level.
So ngayon, sir, wala pa kayong plano?
Na?
Regarding summer classes, remedial, wala pa?
Kasi napaka-contingent ng events.
Kasi yung sinasabi ni Yusek Nepo na dinidescribe niya is already the extreme circumstance na wala na tayong magagawa at our end. Ang gagawin natin ngayon ay yung sinasabi natin na there will be examinations this week, Thursday, Friday for the graduating, next week for the other classes, and then graduation, the schools themselves will evaluate, and it is the responsibility to see how they can really comply strictly. Alam naman nila what is at stake so they will be complying very strictly, but we trust them to know that the safety of the kids are their responsibility, and they are aware of it.
Ma'am, if classes resume next week, automatic po yung Thursday, Friday exam for the graduating class? Hindi.
No, this week na ang graduating
Opo,
class
Hindi,
eh.
ma'am, yung sa Metro Manila kasi wala pa siyang pasok.
Suspended na yun.
Opo. So kung nag-resume po yung classes next week, automatic po ba yung exam nila next week?
Next week is parang ang next week for all the schools nationwide, including Metro Manila, because the suspension of classes directed by the President is only up till the 14th on Saturday.
For NCR.
For NCR.
Only for NCR.
For NCR. And the rest ay wala namang suspension except for isolated
Yes,
municipalities.
sir. So yung affected
So, all of them have to undertake the examination. Parang naging exam week. I'm sure as a college student, etc., you have your exam week. At hindi ka wala nang classes na classroom kung hindi nakaschedule na
You
test
just go
lang
for your exam.
for your exam. At ngayon week na ito ay meron na silang mga ibig sabihin, even in NCR, to the extent that they can communicate with their students, are already giving them their pointers for review.
Yes, sir. No, my question was, since this week suspended Metro Manila,
Yes.
so next week may pasok na.
Oh.
Yung Thursday, Friday na exam this week for grade 6 and 12, will that push through automatically on Thursday,
No,
Friday
no.
next
They
week?
are given the flexibility to stagger their exam kasi nga wala nang regular ng school, magre-review lang sila at their home. So pwede kang mag-Lunes may exam, Martes